welcome to Life Changes with Emily. Today our episode is about color-changing contacts, mood color-changing contacts, and our first guest here is Brad. He's going to explain to us a little bit about how they've affected his life. Hello, Brad.
Hi, Emily.
Why don't you sit down and tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Brad. I'm 20 years old from Osceola, and I'm a sales manager for Polaris Industries.
All right. Today our topic is about mood-changing contacts. Do you want to tell us a little bit about how these have affected your life?
I noticed that a lot of customers have been wearing them lately that I sell to, and it's easier to read what kind of mood they're in and if they're interested in the product or not.
Oh, all right. So it's not you personally who's wearing these contacts, it's other people in the business?
Exactly.
All right. Okay, and is there anything about a promotion? I feel like you've mentioned before something with your boss. Is he?
Yes. It helps me read what mood he's in, whether I should present ideas to him or not.
That's nice. It seems like these are pretty helpful contacts.
Yes,
then.
they are.
All right, awesome. All right, well, we do have another guest on today. Right after our break, she will be visiting us. She's a house mother, so we'll see what she's got to tell us. Welcome back, everyone. Our second guest today is coming out right now. Let's give her a welcome. Hello, Hannah. Welcome. Why don't you sit down and tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name is Hannah. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I'm married to a politician, and I live in northern Wisconsin.
All right. We are here today just to find out your story about mood-changing contacts. Would you like to share?
Well, about 2 years ago, my husband brought home a surprise gift. He brought home a set of contacts for me to replace the glasses I had previously worn. And the only thing he neglected to tell me is that these contacts were mood-changing contacts.
All right. You said earlier that they have just torn you and your husband apart. Why is that? What happened?
Well, he neglected to tell me they were mood-changing contacts, and we got in a fight one night, mostly about finances, and I came across a receipt for the contacts and realized they were mood-changing contacts, and I felt deceived and manipulated, and I asked him why he had done this to me, and he said it was to better understand me.
Right. We all need that. Right.
In other words, to avoid fighting with me, to better understand when I was aroused, or whatever it may be. But it backfired on him. These contacts did not work. Instead of thinking I was aroused, or when I was aroused, the contacts would show that I was angry, and he would avoid me. And when he avoided me, I thought maybe he was having an affair or was unhappy in a relationship, and I just didn't understand what was going on, so we eventually separated.
All right. I'm so sorry about that. That's such an unfortunate, especially just because of a pair of contacts, everyone. Wouldn't we agree? Kind of bad news. All right. Well, thank you for sharing. We have a special guest on the show today for our last portion. And we'll have a short break, and we'll bring her out here. Hello, everyone. Thank you for waiting for this break. Today, we have a special guest on the show, and here she comes. This is Whitney Anderson, everyone. Hello, Whitney. This is the inventor of these mood-changing contacts, everyone, so we're going to get to hear from her right now. Whitney, why don't you tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
Well, I am Whitney Anderson, and at the age 25, I had came up with the idea with the color-changing contacts. And now that 5 years later, I'm 30 years old, they have now diffused into the market and are a household item nowadays.
That's awesome, Whitney. That's very impressive. We're very glad that you're here today. We are wondering, how did you do this? How did you think of this idea? How do these contacts work?
I came up with the idea actually because as a communication tool. Nowadays, there's so much stress in the world. There's depression, people are dealing with anger, unresolved issues that people can't talk about. Well, with these color changing contacts, the thermal crystal is reacts to your body heat, so depending on your mood types, it changes with them, and it forces you to wear your emotions on your sleeve. So therefore, you have to talk about why you're upset or talk about why you're mad.
All right. Okay. We've got a positive and a negative here today. What is the downfall, are you thinking, of these contacts? Did they not work out a certain way that you wanted, or?
Well, the downfall was that this was a communication tool, so it shouldn't be taken as communication directly. In this case, the husband took the color of the contact for face value and didn't approach his wife about it to talk about the situation. So therefore, when he thought she was angry when she was actually aroused, he didn't care to follow up with it and be like, are you upset? What's going on? And that's what it was made for. It was made to start conversation, not to be conversation.
All right. Well, thank you for that awesome explanation, Whitney. We're really glad to have all of you here today. Afterwards, after this show is over, the audience will probably be up here to be able to mingle with you guys a little bit. But thank you, everyone, for being